13. Oh my god, please help.
No.
Here's a social distancing tip for you. Stay away from my fishing spot.
No. It's mine now.
Did you know? Holly can crush rocks and stones with her powerful jaws.
Well, yeah, but it's a secret.
Oh yeah.
a little early Fishmas in April, but I appreciate the thought.
Oh, that's so close to 2 year.
Oh god, yeah, fuck, I gotta get a 2-year sub-match set up, don't I? good morning, or perhaps good afternoon in my case, or maybe even good evening, or maybe, good night. In which case, I suppose you're heading off to bed and you're not really going to be watching this stream, but good night all the same. Hi! How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope your day's been good to you so far. It is Saturday, January 29th, 2021. It's fucking cold today, where I am. I, poked my head outside very briefly for a little bit, this morning. Just because I wanted to, have a peek outside, and also my mom had picked me up at breakfast, and so I had to go grab that from her before she headed off again. And the cold fucking hit me, and I felt like my entire body was gonna shrivel up, and I just kind of decided, okay, probably not going out today, unless I can, bundle up a lot. So it's looking like today's gonna be just do a workout inside kind of day instead of worrying about trying to go for a run or anything. It is around about minus 30 Celsius or so, give or take. Is fucking cold. I like the cold personally, but also it's very much you can't be outside for very long type of weather. So thankfully it's not doing huge snow or nothing, so I don't also have to worry about cleaning stuff out while also standing around in the cold. I suppose that's sort of a on the bright side type of deal. We're gonna play some Moonglow Bay today. I want to do some more fishing. I also had to write something down rather, just because I remember there's one fish we had to get to progress the story, and I was having trouble finding it. So I looked up a hint about what you can do to better get it. And it basically just equates to I needed to use the high quality bait, the bait they tell you to use to get, rarer and larger fish, the bait that you have to use to get fish like that, which I forgot about because I hadn't played the game in weeks. So I was like, oh, hey, how come I'm not getting this fish? What the? That's messed up. Maybe there's something wrong? No. Well, there was something wrong, but it's, problem exists between, keyboard and chair type of issue, rather than an issue with the game itself. So, that's gonna be fun. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna look for, a Jungle King. Probably gonna see if we can also get some more money to help fix out some other places around the town. It's gonna be a good time. PEBCAC, that's the acronym for it. I was like, what's that one acronym that people use for when, the problem is, the user rather than, the program itself? And I literally said all the letters of it, but I was like, well, what's the acronym? Is it FUBAR? No, it can't be FUBAR. That's different. That's the one about being fucked up. I think I had something else that I wanted to talk about on stream. And I guess if it comes to me, it'll come to me, but I don't think it will at the moment. So I guess we can just get started. Go through, my normal sort of intro stuff. Welcome. Thanks for tuning on in. If you're a new viewer, thank you for stopping on by. I hope you like your time here. If you haven't already, you can hit that follow button if you want alerts on when the stream goes live. And also, it's the chat's follower only, so if you want to engage with the chat, you got to hit that funny little button. If you're a returning viewer, it's your job today to think about your favorite fruit, but you can't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone in the chat. You can't tell anyone you know. This has to be a secret that you take to the grave until tomorrow, I guess. In which case you can tell anyone you want. I don't care. Hey, if you like the stream and you enjoy what we do here and you're looking for some sort of way to support that, you got plenty of options if you want to go the extra mile and go the financial route. You can, for instance, you can subscribe to the channel. It's a reoccurring monthly fee. Gets you some fun little emotes you can use here and all around Twitch. Or on Discord if you link your Twitch and Discord accounts, and join my server. You can give out gift subs so that other folks in the community get to enjoy the benefits. You can give bits, which is just extra money that gets tossed onto my monthly Twitch payout. Or you can tip directly through Streamlabs and PayPal, and that's money that goes to my wallet right away, and I tend to get like a larger cut of it. Any and all financial support is very greatly appreciated. Never mandatory. You're under no obligation to give me any of your money to enjoy the streams or be a member of the community or anything like that. So don't ever feel pressured to or anything. This is my job. It's my main source of income. And because of the very generous support of viewers like you, I'm able to do this as often as I do, as well as other creative work, some of which you might get to see soon. So, you know, if you've ever enjoyed the streams or other things you've seen me work on, and you've got the money, you're good on the funds, and you wanna, you know, send a thank you for any amount of joy the streams have ever brought you, it's very, very much appreciated. Other ways you can support the stream that don't involve your money: you can always share tweets about the stream. You can always tell a friend. If there's a moment of a thing you enjoyed, you can always take a clip of that and share that around. Word of mouth and stuff like that's always real valuable. And of course, you know, if you've got the time, you're interested in what's going on, I reckon tuning on in, having a good time at the stream, that's support in its own way. So thanks all very much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it. I can't speak today. I'm stumbling over all my words. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to spend it here with us. We're gonna get fishing now. I'm gonna start up yonder video game. I think I have the game view up. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Any second now. Any second now. Song. This is such a cute little title screen. There we go. Where we last left off, I guess went to bed and woke up at 9 at night. Caught a bunch of fish, and now I've got to do some cooking. Because we are a little low on money. I need high quality bait. So let's make some. Starting out these streams with a bit of the cooking is fun. Nice little way to get back into it. It's 36. Let's make some more. It's time to cook all of these red drums. And then 2 black drums. a decent bit of high-grade bait. I think that'll probably do us for a little bit. So let's cook some food. It's time for surf and turf. With beavers. Yeah, Val, the sound design in this game is really, really charming. I love all the different cooking sounds you get. There we go, got on my first try. I'm always really bad at that minigame, so I'm always very worried about it. There we go. What else is a bonus today? Nothing else I've got unlocked. So, let's make a salad. Never seen this game before, but it looks great. Oh, I adore this game. It is real cozy time. This is just the cooking part. It was a decent chunk of it. The rest of the game is going out fishing, and you know, talking to the people in the town you live in, helping them out, helping to raise funds to restore some of the worn-down infrastructure here. It's nice. I also really like the style of the voxel type 3D art they got going on, mixed in with the like the more like traditional sort of like drawings they have for a lot of the stuff. It's neat. You get the sort of here's like a drawing of like what the fish like actually looks like, and then here's like a funny little cubic 3D model we made for it. It's good. I think we made some of this already. Gotta cook more of these just so we can get our star rating up on them. Yeah, let's do some of this. Actually, no. Let's do some of this because I know I need to bring some to the museum lady. I think that's who wanted the grilled octopus. Good thing you're currently eating, or this would also make you hungry. Yeah, it's very much a look at cool looking foods type of game. I usually end up having something to eat right before any stream I do, so I'm usually immune to the effects. But oh god, I can still feel the effects. Let's make some more of this poutine. Striped bass, and anvil grunt, and permit. Got caught up playing Moonglow Bay and missed me start streaming Moonglow Bay. Ain't that just the way? Chop this up. There we go. Fish out.
Boy.
21 months of pure unadulterated fishing.
I've been doing nothing but fishing on stream for the past 21 months. So thanks for sticking around for that. Started playing Moonglow the last time I streamed, and you think you're on the final chapter? My goodness. You have gone hard, as they say. I hope you've been enjoying it. Let's make some fish chowder. Oh, I got plenty of things I can cook in this. I gotta cook these Daves. No Dave is safe. I think it's a mechanic, if I'm remembering right, where, as you, like, cook things more, you, like, get better at it, and then you, like, unlock other recipes and stuff like that. So I should still be cooking stuff that, like, even, like, is, like, earlier game recipes that don't necessarily sell for, like, a ton of money. Also because, like, I can make big batches of them, so, like, I can sell a bunch of my little fish that way. Also, it's nice to see all of my star ratings go up to maximum. It makes me smile inside. My meters, my gauges, my levers. I'm gonna be the strongest fisherwoman on the east coast of Canada. Thank you, J.I. Guess Art, for that brand new sub. I appreciate that. Apologies for not looking a lot at the chat while I do this. I've found every time in the past, and I feel like I always say this every time I do the cooking, but like, in the past, every time I've tried to like do the cooking and also look at the chat, I just like fuck up the cooking. Just like real life cooking. You don't want to be distracted, or you're gonna like cut yourself, or, you know, boil yourself. Don't fall in my pot of boiling oil. I say to myself every day. I don't even know why I have a pot of boiling oil. That's just a danger. Let's see. Got a star on fish chowder now. Ooh, clam chowder. We need singing clams. A North American dish served with saltine crab. Is that normally what people do for clam chowder? They serve it with saltines? I didn't actually know that. I don't think I've ever had a clam chowder before. Let's make some more sea salad. I want to save one of these because I think I haven't given it to the museum yet. Saltines or oyster crackers? What is an oyster cracker? I'm assuming that's not actually made with oysters, and it's just meant to like go with oysters or something like that. Because a lot of the times you have like, oh, this is an oyster cracker, oh, this is a chicken cracker, or whatever, and it's like, it's never actually made with the ingredients, it's just made for it, which is interesting. A little hexagonal saltine, interesting. Hollow on the inside like an oyster's mouth. Huh. Get a bunch of them in a little packet. Interesting. I'm learning so much about crackers today. Thing I guess I'm learning about today.
Scrub scrubby. Og. Ooh yeah.
Great noises you've elected to use. Thank you, tissue paper. That's 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Time to boil. Crackers are good. Sometimes you're just sitting around and you realize, oh god, I've got an urge to eat like some Ritz crackers. Learning so much about crackers, you have to resist the urge to make a joke or else Twitch will get mad at you. Listen. I know what you mean and I appreciate the joke. Lobster roll. Nope, I need to save that. Seafood chowder. Let's chowder it up. Okay, use these. I know I've given purple tail before. I'm pretty sure I've given pollock. I know I've given Moonglow jellyfish. Keep one sleeping kazoo just in case. Here we go. You literally ate crackers in bed last night? My god, you are living the fucking dream. You are living everything I aspire to be. Used to eat an entire sleeve of saltines and call it a meal. My god. I don't mean that in like a judgy way, but my goodness, the sodium. Are you okay? Oh. Come on now, controller. That's just making me think of when Trog ate a bunch of pita chips and then he got sick because of all the sodium in it. This man was fully on his death throes because he ate too many Stacy's. Nice. You have worked in the ER so long that you have saltine opinions. But by ER, do you mean emergency room? Have there been incidents where people had to go to the emergency room because of saltines? Or do you mean like you've had to eat like them because they're like a cheap, quick thing you can just eat on the go sort of thing? Either way. Something about just, yeah, my time in the ER makes me have a lot of emergency room opinions, or saltine cracker opinions, is like funny in kind of a worrying way. It's all the food you have? Oh no. Oh god. I mean, I get it, it's fairly non-perishable and easy to, like, get and eat. But also, oh god. As an EMT, you can attest that ER nurses will have arguments about saltines? Oh god, oh no! Man, it's hard enough as it is out there for medical professionals, and now they got cracker woes to worry about. I really am learning so much about crackers today. Damn though, if you are, some sort of medical professional in the field and you're watching my streams, I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't come off as maybe kind of weird, but hey, thanks for, like, the work that you do. It's a very noble and very difficult pursuit. Well, thanks for doing what you do. It's time to make more seafood chowder. I am going to have a monopoly on the seafood chowder market. I'm gonna put so many ducks in them. Like the way this game just goes, all the food that isn't fish lives in the fridge, don't worry about it. It's... I feel like it's a really good way of abstracting that, is like, you know, when you need the ingredients, it'll just take the money off your account, because it's like, oh, yeah, you would have gotten that anyways, because you knew you would have needed it. Like, I don't think it would have added much to this game if you had to specifically go out and be like, oh, okay, today I'm going to buy 1 onion, or, 1 steak, or 3 sauce ingredients, sort of thing, you know? It's, I don't think that would have been a terribly interesting, design choice, so... While it is funny that you just have magical fridge, I also do think it's more fun, probably. Seeing people talk about, like, crackers in terms of sleeves, and I was about to be like, I don't know what that means, and then I remembered what that means. I've definitely seen a sleeve of crackers before, I just think that's a funny name for it. It's, like, objectively a correct name to describe that sort of container, like, packet thing. But it is funny. Let's make some steamed fish. Knew a few guys who would eat a sleeve of saltines for lunch. That's really scary. Like, nothing with it? I think I could do that if I had to, but I would be miserable. I wouldn't want to do it. I don't know if the implication there is that you know people that did that by choice, or...
H just got done catching funny creatures. Can't wait to see you catch some funny fish.
Hey, congrats on your funny creatures. And thank you for the 19-month resub. I appreciate it. I assume by funny creatures you mean the Pokemon game? The new one, what came out? Any of y'all in chat been playing that? What do you think of it, if you have? This will be our last bit of cooking for now.
I've recently begun a Minecraft hardcore run.
Cool.
Your streams and VODs are good background noise to de-stress me while playing. Thanks for all the content.
Well, hey, thank you for the tip. I very much appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck doing your Minecraft. Every time I try a Minecraft hardcore run, I either, like, end up building a lot of things that I get, like, way too attached to, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna edit my save now so that it's not a hardcore save anymore. Or I'm just kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw caution to the wind, I'm gonna live, like, super minimalist and nomadic and have a good time, and then I get super reckless, and I just kind of, like, jump off a cliff and beef it. I don't often play Minecraft hardcore, like, but it's neat every now and then. Nice. Got a new recipe for fish kebab. Needs small, aggressive fish. Oh, I just realized we are completely out of funds. We have $3 left, or shells, I suppose. It's time to put some stuff out to market. So that we can, you know, make money again. I don't remember if I needed steamed fish for anyone. Grilled octopus I'm pretty sure I needed. Surf and turf. I'll just keep one just in case I need these for anyone. Sea salad. Jerkfish poutine. Or fish chowder. Seafood. 33 seafood chowders. My goodness, I forgot I made that much. And our fish cakes. Alright. I'm sure someone will come out and get a late night meal, so let's go to bed. Never been a fan of poutine, but this game makes you want to try jerkfish poutine. Yeah, the fun thing about poutine is that, like, you know, it's fries and gravy and cheese curds, but, like, I feel like you could pretty easily abstract that to just, like, oh, it's like fries and some kind of sauce and then something on it. Also, it was very funny seeing, like, posts online that are like, oh, what one of these gotta go, which one of these are you keeping and saving? And it was like a picture of, like, all these different, like, British, like, oh, gravy and chips, cheese and chips, peas and chips. And I just look at all of them and I think, my god, you guys are perilously close to discovering poutine. Just combine them, come on. Butter chicken poutine, that does sound good, I would try that. Alright, we have, $8,000. So I think we can definitely, help out with some rebuilding. And just, find some places to go first. We helped out here already. Here we go. Sunville Residences. My garden shouldn't have a hedge maze. Oh. What gets you is that the cheese and cheesy chips is unmelted in every picture. Yeah, you could just, like, throw that shit under the broiler. It would be good. Nice. This is looking much nicer now. Let's do bulletin board. What is poutine? You take a bunch of French fries, you cover them in gravy, you add cheese curds. It is extremely good, and it is the type of meal you should probably only eat, like, once every few months.
You've repaired quite a few locations. Maybe there's a new reward. Huh. Let's check the investment and renovation meter back at Town Hall.
Home stretch baby E.
Thank you, Katamine, for that 11-month resub. I appreciate that. How do I go into the town hall to check
Gonna
that?
go shower, propagate some plants and tell Lana I love her.
Good.
See you on Wednesday.
Thanks for hanging out, Liz. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. How do I go in the town hall? I also don't think I was able to figure that out last time. Oh, wait, there we go.
Excellent! We've already reached the first milestone! 7,000 shells invested across town. And your reward is... pennant flags for the two cats. You can change the two cats' appearance anytime at the scrap shop.
Cute. Next is 10,000 shells invested. Reward a new paint scheme for your boat. Ooh. Holly is terrifying all of us Americans who call it poutine. I don't think it should be all that scary to understand how words in a language are actually pronounced. It's like when people refer to, like, the logging families, like, oh, the Peltier family or the Bombardier family, and they're like, oh, it's the Pelletiers, it's the Bombardiers, and it's like, no. I mean, I'm not gonna ape on people too hard for it. I'm a proponent of, like, as long as people understand what you mean, you don't gotta worry too much about proper pronunciation, quote unquote. River? Do you hear singing?
Yeah. Pretty.
Song of the Sea. River and I heard a beautiful melody, not memory, melody today, Robin. Now, for reasons known only to my subconscious, it's
What's
vitally
French?
important I discover where it's from. Oh god, we're gonna meet a siren. We're gonna meet a siren and we're gonna get dashed on the rocks and we're gonna die. But I guess it's just Rose singing. I didn't know Rose could sing. Well then again, according to River, what I don't know could sink a trawler. Also, thank you. Who was that resubbed? I think that was Lucarlio? I think that was it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Where is the singing coming from, though? It's probably... I straight up have this marked. It's probably like over here or something. I'm a fool. How much for this? 1,200. Ooh, that's a barber shop. Okay, guys, this. Hey, Rose. Gorgeous tune. What's it called?
Oh, I don't believe it has a name. I learned it from Shizuka, who in turn learned it from a magical clam.
What?
And no explanation needed, I guess.
Speak to Shizuka. According to Rose, Shizuka Goto heard the song from a musical clam. Well, I have questions. How much for this gazebo? $8.50. No beat poetry. 1,200 for this bit of town. 1,500 for this house here. Right, this is the exciting part of the game where I realize all this stuff that we can help fix up. North Sands Beach. No diving unless it's awesome. It's about to be awesome. Nice. It's looking a little cleaner around here. Hang on. Let's catch some fucking bugs. Ooh, I went way too far with that. There we go. Unrelated to seafood and marine animals, but the music in this game makes you feel so cozy. Yeah, this game's soundtrack is great. Which, I mean... Let's be real here. It's a soundtrack composed by Lena Raine. There's like a 99% chance it's gonna be fucking great, so... Not surprising, but you do still love to see it, you know? Alright, I have. Relax, this is what I need for you.
Thank you for all the fun and cozy streams, Holly.
Thank you, Sharkimedes, for that 13-month resub, and thank you for the kind message. I appreciate that. Oh, come on now. Ugh. Controller is being a little more uncooperative lately. You really do need to try and get it better. Like, I'm assuming it's just an issue with like the USB cable that I have for it. Because the controller itself works fucking fine, especially when I'm just playing it like wireless mode with my Switch. But I really do not want to, like, worry about another wireless device on my computer, so I would prefer to use it cables. Marina, I made some more grilled octopus for you. Hey, about all the folklore. Did you ever believe anything fantastical once upon a time? Oh, absolutely! Mappingwari, Boitata. What kid doesn't dream about being friends with some misunderstood or magical creature? I probably butchered both of those names, and I'd like to apologize for that. Well, unfortunately, just wanting for something to be real doesn't make it real. Oh, I'd love this bay to be full of enchanted creatures, more than anyone. But until we actually find one, I'll just have to settle for your delicious grilled octopus. Okay, hint taken. I'll cook some more for tomorrow. Oh. Wrong button. Okay. This one. Here we go. Wanted to give crusted orbs, water babies, our sand digger, and our flockfish.
Yes! Oh, these are gonna go down a storm with the visitors.
Look at this guy! Huge fucking guy! I didn't realize that this guy was so fucking big! This is a big goddamn guy! Oh, I love this. Oh, this is great. It is Huge Guy Saturday. You truly love to see it. Also, now that we've got some more fish, let's look through our catches to see if there's anything new here. Oh, here's one. Flockfish is the woolly head. Once thought to be the legendary fur-bearing trout, before it was revealed to just be a regular fluffy fish. Oh, you know, the regular fish that's just covered in fur and wool. You know, those regular types of fish that just have that. You want to slap that huge guy's back? It looks so smackable? No, 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 no. Don't smack the fish. You gotta be nice to them. Let's see. I forgot that Sugar Cube Guppy is just... salty. Thanks, Dave. Anything new? Anything? Here's one. For crusted orbs. Spiral barnacles. Believed to hypnotize sailors and cause memory loss. Worse, you won't know what you forgot. Scary. Hunchback lobster. That's why it was called the Notre Dame Sand Digger, because it's a hunchback. I get it. That's clever. Causes misfortune. Once blamed for an outrageous slapstick mishap involving a Canadian chef, 6 shrimp, and a ladle. I want to play the game that's about that story. Holly, do I upload my VODs in? Yes? There's a pinned tweet on my Twitter that links to the VODs channel, and also I have a channel in the Discord dedicated to posting updates about when VODs are uploaded. That's very, very immediately available information, but yes. Bubble barnacles. Said to be the illusory first sign of foam madness before the term was stolen by a Moss Creek mattress company. Awesome. Oh yeah, there is also a link to it on the stream somewhere, isn't there? This isn't like a thing against you personally, I want to make that clear. I'm not putting you on blast or nothing. You can't know what you don't know, but just like, in general, I'm always surprised when people ask me questions where the answer is like, Did you look at the pinned tweet? Did you look at the rules? Did you read the page? And sometimes the answer to that is yes, I just missed it, which is, you know, I'm sympathetic to that. I do that all the time. So it's not like a, oh, how dare you kind of thing. It's just like, did you read it? Did you double check? Because I know I gotta do that stuff all the time. 800 for the beach. Also, sometimes you're too focused on the fish and you forget basic information. That tends to happen to me when I play this game. I literally forgot about the high-quality bait, which is why I couldn't find this fish that we need for story progress. Okay, so I needed... let's see... Spinner... High-quality bait. Here we goddamn go. And it was... Perching Isles. There we go. hang on. Ring a ding ding. That means I'm near a... Does that mean I'm near a lobster trap? Yes it does. Let's turn around. Let's go check my lobbers. Yeah, this is a boat type game. Thank you, Phaedros, for the 11 months.
Oh yeah.
I was completely missing this
Almost a
thing.
whole year now. Hope you enjoy Fishin that we get to see a Dave.
We may very well get to see another Dave. I think probability of Dave is fairly likely. Thank you for the 11 months, I appreciate that. For any of y'all who are new to this game and haven't checked out like the VODs or anything, or missed a couple streams of it, our boat is called the Two Cats, and it's called that because our character and her wife named it that because they were like, oh yeah, we're the two coolest cats on the sea. Thanks for not mocking you for asking a stupid question. Listen, it wasn't a stupid question. It was not at all a stupid question. Oh, I just put out another one by accident. Whoops. Let's put that back. I think it's just kind of fruitless to get upset at people for not knowing stuff that they didn't know, because it's like, well, if they didn't know, they didn't know. What's the point of being like, oh, how come you didn't know that? It's just kind of like, oh, you know, well, this is info that is out there, so just... I try to be, like, kind about, like, yeah, it's there. There's, like, plenty of places you can check it out. Okay, so now I need to go to Perching Isles, which is around the Azure Crossing. Oh. Very glad that didn't break my boat. Kindness on the internet to strangers? Listen, I know it's a wild and radical concept, that you should try to be decent to people until they give you reason otherwise. But bear with me a moment. Okay, let's grab our lobster trap. Spider crab? Spider crab? Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Hi, puppy. Well, I can't wait to bring this huge guy over to the museum. Spider crabs are great. I love those dudes. What? Come on now. Big fucking squid. Holy shit. And that's not even the biggest one we've seen somehow. There are a lot of cool, like, sci-fi and mech designs and things like that that are inspired by a lot of, like, arthropods and similar. I'm very excited for, this is the biggest one we've seen. Awesome. I'm very excited for the day, when people start making more, like, mechs and machines that are, like, inspired by spider crabs and the like. It's a good look. Drum. Another big drum. Look forward to robots with long legs. I am! I am is the thing. Love that evolution loves the shape of crabs. It's such a funny thing that, like, keeps getting, like, I don't think selected for is quite the right words, but like it's so funny that it like keeps happening through like different species. That or like things similar to like stoats and weasels and other rodents like that. Like you either become a hard-shelled crab, or you become a furry tube, or a bird. Or a bird. You have 3 choices. Well, I guess actually the 4th choice is man, all things considered, but... Drum. Selected is good biospeak? Okay. Good to know. I'm not, like... My knowledge of, like, biology is... Ah, yes, another woolly head! This guy is huge! That's almost 240 kilograms! Holy fuck! Do a bit of net fishing here. What the hell was I saying before that? I got caught so off guard by huge fucking guy. I don't remember anymore. Another kazoo. Biology, right. My, like, knowledge of, like, biology stuff admittedly isn't, like, super in-depth or nothing like that. It's definitely not where my sort of speciality lies as far as things I know. But, you know, there's like, a lot of misconceptions that I know people have about it. So, like, I try and be, like, I suppose mindful, of my language. Though I suppose I'm just mindful about what I say in general, which is, maybe part of why people are like, oh, you have such a quirky way of speaking, which is like... I think that's a very charming way of putting it. And, you know, a lot of people, for whatever reason, have the misconception that, like, you know, evolution is, like, some sort of, like, active process wherein, like, a species is trying to get, like, quote-unquote stronger or better or something, when it's just, like... It's just kind of genetics happening more than anything. Where it's just like, oh, here's some, like, random traits that have, like, popped up, in a species over time. And just by sheer coincidence, those, like, happenings have ended up, you know, allowing the species to better survive in its ecological niche. And so because those ones keep surviving, you know, those traits keep, like, getting passed on and, like, changing in other ways, sort of thing. Rather than it being, like, I don't know, Pokemon creature choosing from a list of abilities or whatever to become the quote-unquote best, and it's like... I don't know, it's not really how it works. And so I was a little bit, like, I guess, apprehensive about the nomenclature of, like, selection for, like, traits like that, just because I was like, well, it's not really like the species is choosing it, like, intentionally, as much as it is just, like, I suppose, like, the environment around them is what chooses those traits to be, ones that allow for either more efficient survival, or, like... I don't know, something along those lines. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but, like, I reckon you probably get what I mean. Again, I ain't no biology expert or nothing. But I have friends who know a lot more than I do, and I like listening to them talk about things, so, you know, you pick up a thing or two. That's why traits aren't optimal, they're functional. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, I suppose. It's probably also the actual, like, scientific way of describing it now that I think about it. Another huge guy. Will this be on the test? Sure hope not. I am not at all qualified to be a biology teacher. Man, Ocean really wants me to get huge guy today. I think biology and genetics is like a super interesting field. There we go! We finally got the Jungle King! That's what I was after. Let's keep fishing here for a bit, though. Think if the animal can digging in the ground for tubers, he's doing okay. Oh, you mean the suck beast? Yeah, those guys love to do that. Hey, we got another. We got one for the museum now, too. The funniest thing about that, I think it can digging in the ground for tubers post, is that, there are two versions of that post I see going around, and the one is just the one where it's like, oh yeah, you know, you think it's funny, right? But it lives its whole life and it doesn't even know, or whatever, that you see going around. And the other one that goes around is one where I added a comment on that just says, like, this animal is called the suck beast. And then because there's that second version, I always see people going like, wait, you made the original post? And it's like, no. I just added a comment to it. Oh hey, we got a third now. We can cook one. Do not Google the suck beast, you will not find the post. I mean, I feel like if you would use your brain for more than 10 or 15 seconds, which I will admit is hard for me, so no judgment, but you know, it's the kind of thing where if you think about it for more than a little bit, it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't search for this on the internet, just verbatim. Never used it that long before. What if it breaks? You can wear like a headband or like a hat or something. It'll help keep it in there. Also, yeah, the picture in question is like a picture of some kind of echidna, which has like a bunch of funny spines and like a funny long nose. And so I was like, oh, it's got this funny snout, like it's gonna start sucking down on some ants. It's the suck beast. Or maybe I called it the suck bear or the suck animal. I don't remember. It was something like that. I called it a suck something because I thought that was funny. I think the nomenclature of calling something your suck something is really good, like Minecraft My Tiny Suck Secret House. I think every day about my Tiny Suck Secret House. Oh hey, Soapsist, enjoy your new skull. We got another woolly head. We're getting a ton of huge guys today. You googled suck animal and got pictures of mosquitoes. I mean, I guess that's correct. So, Let's see, it's 1 o'clock, so let's go to bed until 9 p.m. Okay. Get up. Let's see, I'll remove this. Now that I've got the fish what we needed. We gotta go there eventually for the big door. That's where we found ice fishing. Remove that. Let's go check on our lobster traps. And maybe do a little bit of fishing before we turn back into the town. I said they're naming this new beast Suck Bear. Okay, great. It's the Suck Bear. It's like a bear that sucks. It's the new animal. You gotta look forward to it. Do a bit of net fishing while we're here. Fish. Something about just going around and grabbing little guys with a net is so charming to me all the time in this game. We got garbage here to pick up. Let me pick up some garbage. Okay. It's a bit over here too. Clean that up. Cool. Tire. Finding a lot of derogatory images about Chicago football. Awesome. Right, because they're called the Bears, aren't they?
The Bears.
Go.
Birthday fish for my birthday, yay.
Oh shit, happy birthday, Cool Bird Chie. I hope your day is treating you well. And hey, wait, what the hell are you doing? You're giving me money on your birthday. That's not how that's supposed to work. You're the one who's supposed to be getting the gifts. But thanks for tuning on in, I appreciate it. It's so funny every time someone is like, oh yeah, it's my birthday today, and so I'm giving you a tip, and I'm just like, your birthday gift is to give away money? Are you sure? Blink twice if there's any trouble. Do appreciate it all the same. Check out the cold area. Further up. Here we are. Lobster. Get Honest Tom's discount beef.
Isn't Suckbeast that little creature from item label?
No, that's Suckies and Pee-Pees. That's different. Similar, but different. Trident lobster. Thanks for that tip. And thank you, yet another streamer person. Or the host. Scared the fishes away. dang. Oh, there they are. Never mind, we're good. Ah, shit, I did it again. Okay, there we go. Now they're in a perfect spot. Damn, I must be a genius. Sock eel. Wish money wasn't seen as a lazy gift. No one in my family sees it as a lazy gift, which I'm happy about. Because a lot of the time, it'll be like a holiday time or a birthday time, and someone in the family will be like, hey, what do you want for, like, birthday/holiday? And the response will typically be, man, I don't fucking know, just give me some money so that when I make up my mind I can get it for myself and I'll say it was from you. I very rarely feel like I ever have anything I directly, like, want or need when some sort of holiday time rolls around, so it's just kind of like, well, I don't know, maybe I'll think of something later. Worst comes to worst, you will help me pay, like, bills or rent or something, and that's pretty good, too. Family also got you My Friend Peppa Pig, though? No, see, that was specifically my sister, and she did that specifically because she's my sister. I feel like that's a very sibling thing, like getting you an actual gift and then also getting you, like, a joke gift. 564-kilogram sock eel. That's half a ton of eel. We're just lugging these things around like it's nothing. Damn, our character's fucking ripped. Good for her. She's reeling these in like it's nothing, and she's also, like, what? In her 40s or 50s or something? I know I named the protagonist of this game after myself, but goddamn, she is everything I aspire to be. No, fishes, come back. I like the music here. Tuna. Atlantic mackerel. Buff woman? Listen, it's a Holly character. Of course it's gonna be a buff woman. Unless it's not a woman. But non-women characters I make can also be buff if they want. I'm not their boss. Although actually maybe I am. I suppose that's how, inventing a character works. Sock eel, you love to see it. I'm gonna have 300 of these sock eels, and each one of them is gonna be weighing like a metric ton. Holly seems like she would enjoy bouldering. By bouldering, do you mean, like, rock climbing or something else? Because I do very much like the idea of, like, rock climbing, but, at least at the moment, my like, actual coordination to be able to do that is, definitely lacking, to put it charitably. Although I do certainly like the idea of it. Bouldering should be making new boulders. I think that's what, goats do on top of mountains every day. rolling down the hill like a big boulder. I mean, I just do that for fun sometimes. Trio. Listen, I think working out, you know, for its own merits and the merits of good health and all that is wonderful. Camera does not like it when I get so close to these ice flows. I'm forgetting that. What is... Is that a polar bear? Jesus Christ, is that a bear? What are you?
Oh, I love a fish and day the water.
What are you? I don't actually think this is a bear anymore. Is there just like an Arctic Sphinx here? There's just the Snow Sphinx. Yeah, who lost their dog here? You wanna watch me fish? What the fuck? That's so cool! My god, I really did just get a blessing from this beast. Another one. Holly, you are too good at games, actually. What, is that like a rare fish? Is this supposed to be like a hard fish to get or something? Did I accidentally do something cool? I'm just fishing.
Blessed from beast. This will help you feast. Oh yeah.
Thank you, Rosa Rosa, for the bits. I love it when an awesome beast of the cold tells me a rhyme and then gives me a power-up. It makes me smile so serenely every time. How often does that happen? Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm just catching these guys. That's awesome. You wish fish were real? These all look so good? I have wonderful, incredible news for you. And that news is that my cat is so cute, and she's so soft, and she's so nice. And also, you can go on Google and search for fish whenever you want.
Smile 20.
Thank you, Baby Duende, for that 20-month resub. Appreciate that. Completing a quest that I haven't even got yet multiple times over. Oops. It took you ages to find this and the jungle fish. It also, like, I also had trouble getting the jungle fish last time I played. And it turns out the trick I missed was A, I forgot about high quality bait existing, and B, I had to fiddle with my rod and lure combo. It's time to turn these in. I like that I'm finding the 4 heavenly general fish, though, evidently. that does put a smile on my face. I just realized I never finished my coffee this morning. Forgot about fishing during the day? Ah, that'll get you. I, go out fishing all hours of the day. Shrimp. I just, like, go to town, I'll do, like, a couple things in town, and then I'll be like, alright, it's time to head out on my boat for, like, a week straight, catch a lot of fish alert. Then I'll just, like, come back, give, like, 5 people some meals, single-handedly fund a bunch of public works, and then go back fishing! Our character's a bit of a weirdo, and I mean that in, like, the most loving way possible. I kind of love this rhythm that I've just inherently got going on with my character here. Also, man, I do really like, I think I might have talked about this the first time I came to this area. I really, really like, these, like Arctic sort of, like, plants that you see. Like, A, these are, like, really, really pretty models for them in this game, and B, I just really like sort of, like, northern, like, Arctic tundra plant life in general. I think it's super pretty. That's, like, a thing that I think a lot of people, maybe undervalue isn't the right word for what I'm thinking of, but, like, I feel like a lot of people take for granted, like, how fucking pretty, a lot of, like, super cold or, like, extreme desert areas in the world can be, and, like, a lot of that is just because of, like, the variety of, like, plant life that's there. That's a thing a lot of people don't think about, because it's like, oh, it's the desert, or oh, it's the cold, so it's just like, there probably wouldn't be a ton of plants there or anything, right? Oh, I just hurt the boat. I gotta go repair that at some point. But there is. Back to the bay. So sweet because the partner was a huge fish weirdo first. Yeah, that's also really nice, isn't it? Just thinking about, I guess in this case it's my wife, because that's what I made the partner character. I don't know, it's nice to think about how this was something that, the wife cared about, and so it was a thing that I got into because of her, and now I care about it. Because of its own merits, but also because it makes me think of her, and that's really sweet. I don't even know if we're necessarily going to get a happy ending. In regards to, like, you know, our wife. I don't think we need to necessarily, but, I wonder if we'll get closure on it at the very least. You they them'd your characters? Hell yeah. I'm very happy that this game, does just let you do that. It makes me smile. Let's go to bed. You can they them the character at the beginning of the game when you're making your character and also your spouse. You get to choose a portrait for what they look like. You get to choose, like, names for them, and then you get to choose what pronouns they use, and all of those things are, like, independent of one another. There is no sort of, like, gender locking anything. You can be any combination of, like, appearance and pronoun selector, and it's great. Let's go to, the museum. I think 2064 was the first game that offered alt pronouns for you. Yeah, it's always nice when games do afford you that option, isn't it? Man, I'm just looking at all these places around town and just thinking, like, oh, I can't wait to have the money to afford you. Your ass is going to improved quality of life. Ocean Gaze Aquarium Community Garden. Oh man! Oh, I want a community garden! Okay, no one is home yet. I guess not home, it's a museum, it's not a house. Ocean Gaze. That's me. And I have your fish.
Oh.
Crikey! The size of that thing! That'll keep me fed for the whole month! Thanks, Holly. And for you, here are the keys to your dinghy. Excellent!
Oh.
Oh, I'm kidding. It doesn't have keys. You just pull the cord. Right. I knew that.
What? I'll attach it to your trawler. Whenever you want to take it for a spin, just approach the side of your
Has
boat.
it been so long?
Thank you, Catboy CJ. That 16-month resub. My goodness, yeah. There's a lot of people that are getting up in the months, subscription-wise, which has me both, like, on the one hand, I'm, like, floored and, like, thankful that people have been sticking around for this long and, you know, like, supporting what we do here. On the other hand, my god, it's almost been 2 years! Alright, dinghy complete. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, is there just a prompt for something? Oh, for fish, I see. Let's see if I get anything just by casting my rod out here. I do. I forget! You can just, like, put your rod out anywhere, instead of specifically the little holes of fish swimming. Let's see. Sarah needs a fish burger. Okay. I gotta start writing down what specific, goodies all these folks want.
Ho ho!
Jake Rowe, thank you for your deep booming voice.
Hey, Holly. Great to see ya.
That's all from Lily for now. Can I go? Yes, I can. Alright. Do I have more octopus for you? No, I forgot to make it. That's okay. I'll just go back home and make that afterwards. Okay, so we've got spider crab, blizzard fish, jungle king. Those are our new ones.
Great. People are gonna love these.
Let's take a look at our journal real quick. Look for those new intros. Intros? Entries. Spider crab is still just spider crab. Local rumors vary from it being able to crawl up drain pipes to hiding in bathtubs to being itsy and bitsy. The rumor come out. Does spider crab is small? Yeah, Ginger Cupcake. The like 2D art in this game is gorgeous. All the little like portraits and stuff like that are like such a nice mix with the voxel art. Looks really cute. While we're chatting, thanks for streaming today. Weekends when your neighbor yells at the top of their lungs for some film they're making, so watching you play stuff helps you not lose your goddamn mind. Oh, jeez. Sorry to hear that. But I'm glad to know that, you know, in some small way the streams are helping you take your mind off that. I hope for your sake they, maybe quiet down a little. Frosted catfish reportedly spends its days mewling for food and slowly nudging delicate ornaments off a table. Oh, cute. Jungle King is lion head bass. Turns out mentioning this fish will prompt a perfect stranger to show you pictures of their family holiday. What? Curse a fish. Let's see, any other new things to look at? Looks like nothing new for any of the other ones. Not yet, at least. Okay. What if we take a bit of a peek at all the fish we've caught? I think the one thing about showing you vacation photos is related to like the fact that the sort of colloquialism name for it was jungle fish, so it's got people being like, oh yeah, let me show you photos of my vacation to the jungle, it was awesome. So many great guys on display. There's the spider crab! Oh my god, look at its little limbs! I guess maybe little is the wrong word for it, but look at that. There's our jungle fish in there, hanging out with the beaver shrimp. Go back around this way. Can we do Wikipedia-esque stream where we just look at local funny fish? The Atlantic is a mystery to you. Maybe. I have had a hankering for doing some kind of thing similar to the sandwich stream again. We just need some kind of idea for it. I'm glad that our little lobster in here has a friend now. Also, don't touch them, they'll hurt you. Let's go to the ice zone. Here we are in the ice zone. Huge. God, I love that you can just go to the museum and look at all the dudes what you have captured. There's 2 Daves in here. Oh, Dave has a friend. Dave's never gonna be alone again. You love to see it. Oh, that is a really good, like, barnacle on a rock type of model. That's so cute. Our sock beast. Wish he had the time and money to do a saltwater aquarium. Oh god. Aquarium stuff is like... I'm trying to think of the word to describe it. I think the right way to put it is it all seems way above my pay grade. But it does seem very cool. I have a ton of respect for people that are able to make, like, really cool, aquarium enclosures that, like, also give the animals in there, you know, the lives and sort of respect they deserve. There's our woolly buddy. People also do similar stuff for, like, insects, and I think that's also really cool. Aquarium keeping can get complicated and is definitely not as easy as people think. Yeah, it's the sort of thing where, like, if you know nothing about it, and you think that knowing nothing means you know everything, you just kind of go like,
Oh, well, it's just fish. How hard can it be?
and then you, like, learn literally any sort of info about it, and it's kind of like, oh, damn, yeah, this is actually extremely hard, isn't it?
Fish.
Oh. Oh, I love these guys. One of your friends has an isopod habitat, and they speak of it as one would a cow farm. Yeah! I have a buddy that also has, a little isopod enclosure now, and I like hearing their updates about it.
Welcome to Sulfur Zone.
Nothing in here yet, but I think we are about to go to, the Sulfur Zone now that we've got the key and also the dinghy. So we're about to get some hot fish. Eel? Yeah, my friend Bugs has isopods. Sometimes they'll post, like, status updates about how the isopod care's going in a little, friend Discord server what we've got with a couple mutual friends. I love Animal. Animal is so cool. I think maybe someday I'd like to do, like, terrarium stuff for, like, little, plant enclosures. Because that feels like, something interesting, that I could do without the worry of, oh god, there's, like, an animal in here, what if I'm taking bad care of them? And I guess that worry is also there for plants as well, but for whatever reason in my head, it feels a little bit less dire, to me. Thank you, Maravnik, for the tip.
You should pet your dog. Now.
You are a fucking wizard? I just got an achievement for petting the dog enough times. No, come back, buddy. Follow me. Holy shit. Thank you for that. Let's do some cooking. Let's see. We've got, how many of these do we got? I don't know. Let's make some more. First, let's make some other stuff. We need Field Octopus. Let's make that. I think I'd also like to get into bonsai someday. I know some like bits and pieces about it because my dad's into doing bonsai stuff, and so I've like, you know, helped him out with stuff related to it over the years, and so I've picked up a thing or two. But it seems like it might be a fun thing to do myself. Grilled oysters. Oh, we have so many fucking oysters. Okay. Let's get cooking. Nice. I forgot about this minigame. Ah! There we go. There we go. Is this what a bossa nova type beat is? I have not listened to enough bossa nova to be any sort of any sort of expert voice on that. So I could not tell you. Hey, Gibson. Hope you're doing well today, bud. Okay, so we've got big bonus on Steam Purpletail today. By which I mean 15% on what is still a fairly cheap food, but hey. Wasn't doing anything else with these silver guys. Were they silver tails? Were they purple fish? I think they were purple tails, actually, now that I look at the name of this dish. I'm a fool. Just did your first Railjack mission in Warframe? Fuck yeah. Hit me up if you ever want to do more of that, because Railjack is a ton of fun, and also gives really good credits, and I need more money in that game. Let's make a crab rice. It's time to cook the spider crab. Is spider crab good eating? I feel like as far as crab goes, it might not necessarily be, just because, like, I feel like a lot of the meat of the crab ends up coming from, like, the legs, and I feel like the legs of these guys are super spindly. And, you know, you can get the body meat, as well, but I remember watching this one, I think, it was a spider crab getting prepared and cooked. There was this one YouTuber I used to watch who was like a Japanese guy who would do videos of him, like, preparing and eating fish. I can't really watch the videos anymore because, you know, they're in Japanese, and YouTube removed the, ability for viewers to submit, subtitles, and that was what was, like, keeping his channel, as far as, like, you know, in the international community, like, a thing. He's still a big-name YouTuber, or at least, like, big enough that he can keep doing this, like, in Japan. But, like, you know, I'm still kind of sad that now I can't enjoy the videos anymore. I still don't understand why, why YouTube is so insistent on like, oh, well, here's this feature that we had, you know, that is useful to a small subset of people that use our service. But because it was only being used by a small subset of people, even though it was a feature only really designed to be applicable and useful to a small subset of users, even though it was for that, because only a small number of people were using it, we've got to get rid of it. Boggles the mind. We could make fish kebab. This. Alright, here we go. Nice. Fish burger. Did need to make fish burger. There we go. Ooh, this one's a very in-depth recipe, it looks like. Time to fry. Ooh, we're double frying this sucker. Hell yeah. There we go. You get Optic Feed with that 11-month resub. I appreciate that. Oh, right, because I'm broke now, so I can't afford to make more. Let's put some stuff up for sale, then. Okay. We've got steamed fish. Got our surf and turf. We got our sea salad. I don't remember why I kept that. If I need to make these for a specific person, I can just make them. It's not super hard to get some of these ingredients. Fish chowder. Seafood chowder. This is money for the town. I don't need to hold on to this right now. I do need one grilled octopus slice. I do know who that's for. Oysters. Purple tail, crab rice, sashimi. I do need the fish burger, so I will hold on to that. Cool. Go give gifts out to people. Need to go because your cat wants attention. Well, hey, hell yeah. It's a good enough reason as any. Thanks for tuning on in. Thank you, Circuitry. Well, that's 16 months.
16 moths wahoo.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Y'all, I get that, like, I brought up the whole, like, oh yeah, YouTube had bad features on it thing, but, like, I kind of would like to move on. Like, talk about other things instead. I was kind of hoping that by continuing to not talking about it, people would get the message, but, like, I guess I will be more explicit about it. Here we go. one fish burger, responsibly sourced. Well, hey, since you got a second, is there anything I should know about the bay in terms of conservation? Well, actually, no. Moonglow Bay has an abundance of all species. It's a different story out in the oceans, of course. Take the Atlantic halibut. It's the largest flatfish in the world and currently endangered due to overfishing. It can take up to 10 years to mature, which means younger fish won't have a chance to reproduce if they're caught.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for the fish burger. I never find time to make lunch. Well, in that case, I'll fix you another one tomorrow. See you then. Hell yeah. Oh, one fish burger is plenty for today, thanks. Could you save it for tomorrow? We'll talk some more then. 20 sardines? My goodness. I still can't remember if I've ever had a sardine in my whole life. Where is... Museum lady? Where'd she go? She must have stepped away on a break or something. Oh, right! Mrs. Chips, you need steamed fish! Fuck! I need to know more about your deal, Mrs. Fish! Alright, we're going way back. We gotta go make that steamed fish. Oh, wait, no, wait, come back, come back! I have food for you! I have food for you! Grilled octopus!
Another grilled octopus for me? Fantastic!
Yeah.
And speaking of hot seafood, have you heard of the Steaming Hermit? You can find it at Perching Isles and Border Sea, among other areas. Yeah, but curiously, my research suggests it can only be caught using the jig lure and agile rod.
I'll investigate. And if I happen to discover more grilled octopus along the way...
Then you know where to find me.
Great. Awesome. I like that giving these people food, like, not only, like, you know, lets you get to know them better, but also gives you more fish info. Oh. You, you good there, Rose? Man, I should really clear out this garbage for their sake. They're getting stuck on it. They're getting, like, caught in tar on the beach here. That's messed up. That's scary. You've had fried squid before, it's delicious. Oh, fried squid is fucking great. Do you want anything while I'm here? Hang on. Crab rice. Wait, do I still have that? Ah, nuts, I think someone bought it. Oh well, I forgot you wanted crab rice. Okay, bit of more cooking now that we got some more funds to work with. Steamed fish. Let's just make the one. Chop you up. Fish is good. Ah, shit. Figured it was coming. I'm sure she won't mind if it's a little bit scuffed. It's not the worst. Just scrape a little bit of the overly blackened bits off. It's fine. I've never had takoyaki before, but I've heard it's good. I don't think I've ever had octopus before. I've had a lot of squid, though. Squid's good. Okay, while we're here, let's make some more oysters. Get some more money rolling. Need a drink of water. Nice. Nice. Takoyaki are little orbs containing the heat of the sun's surface, and they are delicious. Awesome. Sometimes you just gotta bite into something yummy that will give the inside of your mouth horrible, awful burns. You don't actually have to do that. Tuna tataki. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Which we can make with, not tuna. That's funny. I guess we'll make it with duck. Alright, let's wash our plate. Nice. The molten core is the thrill of the meal. That's a message that a Goron would say. You've begun Goron posting. Are we really serving undercooked duck? I suppose we are. It's transformed into tuna though, so it's all okay. It's all good when your meal transforms into tuna, and there's no problems. Lobster? We can finally cook this hunchback. There we go. Boil! God willing, we will boil him soon.
Yippee!
Comes the little jar, or I guess not a jar, it's like a little ramekin of, stuff. It's probably melted butter now that I think of it. Alright, we got some more food we can put out. Let's put it out. Tuna. Lobster. Oysters. And let's run all the way over to the museum. You ever context-free crave? What do you mean by context-free? What do you mean by a context-free craving? What does context have to do with a craving? Are you just asking if I've ever had a craving for straight butter? My answer to that is no. But what do you mean by context? Okay. Oh, I've already given you. Right, I need Mrs. Chips. Where's Mrs. Chips? Where is Mrs. Chips? Is she still here? No, of course not. Worked in the fish packing industry until a few months ago, and the amount of worms in the meat is unsettling. Worms as in like worms inside the fish? I'm assuming you mean like worms, either like parasites or worms like that got caught up with like the catch, right? Or do you mean a different kind of worms in the fish? I mean, yeah, fish got parasites. That makes sense. That's not surprising. That's just how being a fish goes.
How wonderful! Another steamed fish just for me.
Oh, my pleasure. Now, about your adventures. Where'd you go? Who'd you meet?
Oh, most places. Every continent, certainly. But only the once to Antarctica. I usually met with diplomats, private buyers, the odd prince or president.
Oh, like where? Like who?
Oh, like brokering the trade of a jade vase to a mineral miner. Actually, she initially thought it was a forgery. I was held in a district jail for 3 nights.
I learned to play gin rummy with the night shift. Oh, the hijinks we get up to when we're young, eh?
What?
Right. The hijinks. Why don't I make you another steamed fish sometime? Oh, lovely. See you tomorrow. God. Mrs. Chips is great, this unassuming old lady with 3 dogs who's just like, oh, thanks for stopping by, dearie. Would you like to hear about my life of crime? You'd truly love to see it. 650. I could do. So let's do. Oh, we got a cute little tree here now. I think there was also a sign near our house for something. Let's see what this is. Lighthouse staircase, where every step is a frightening lottery. Please help us bring this up to code. Ooh, and then repairing the lighthouse itself, I imagine. Lighthouse exterior. Shells needed for paint, rollers, and moss blasting. We should get that sorted. It's right next to the house. Would be nice. Imagine there's something on this beach here, too. Nothing by the wave breakers. Oh, just pet the dog. That's what that was. I don't think I've ever really been just like along this little beach area. Leads on over to the train tracks. I think lighthouses are cool. I think the idea of staying in one and having to stay in one for very long periods of time is, like, deeply, deeply frightening. But I think they're cool. Umbrella! I just realized your name is Umbrella. Also, I really like their hairstyle. That's a very cute hairstyle. Everything for you. Any things around here about repairing? Not at the moment. Maybe in the future we'll get something for this area. Ollie, I've got another ghostly fish for you.
The hacking fish.
Lives near the ocean floor and can evaporate into a mysterious cloud. Ooh, a mysterious cloud of what? Get this?
Sand.
Huh. You know, it sounded a lot more mysterious in my head. The mystery of the fish that went so fast it kicked up some sand behind it. We'll never be able to solve it. I do appreciate everyone in chat just immediately going, water? Cook these. Wash these. We did have a visit from Sand during the pre-stream, so we've already got our government designated visit from Sand for the day. Actually, I don't know if they've tipped during every stream I've done, but it certainly feels like it. I don't keep track of who tips and when they do, because that would, I think, make me lose my goddamn mind. And would also just be kind of weird in general. But it certainly feels like they've done it for, like, every stream since they started, which is, kind of buck wild. Thank you, Cthulhu, for the tip.
kinda gross fish fact.
Nice.
Parrotfish eat coral and poop out sand. That's how a lot of sand in tropical areas is made.
Huh. Interesting.
Sand.
That's illegal. You can't do that. You're breaking so many rules and regulations by doing that. I know that like common internet parlance is to call weird things like cursed, like, oh, this is so cursed, what you've done is so cursed, and like I feel like it's kind of outstayed its welcome, IMO, and I'm not really super into it, but like the thing you have just done definitely has placed a powerful curse on me, and I'm deeply, deeply scared. But thank you for your patronage. I appreciate that, I think. Yeah, it's interesting hearing about like how sand does get formed. Oh. No, come on, controller, don't disconnect in the middle of the cooking. I know a lot of it is just like stuff getting like eroded and the like. It's also neat to hear about how you know, other critters or so in those areas contribute to that. Really like the bossa nova cooking theme. Yeah, I really am enjoying the like the variety of music in this. Like there's a lot of good music in this game, and like it doesn't all sound super like samey in terms of like the genre it's trying to go for, aside from like, you know, being like fairly relaxing, easy listening sort of stuff, which fits for a game like this. But like even with like a lot of the music being sort of like, you know, varied, it still feels very coherent, which I like a lot. Funny enough, that's a thought that I have about some of the Smash Bros. Games, where like, you know, in stuff like Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate, they have like a lot of different varied tracks from like a lot of different series, and like some of it is like, you know, remixes, some of it is brand new mixes, some of it is just like music lifted straight from the game, and there's like a huge variety of stuff, and it's great, but like it doesn't really feel like there's one sort of like coherent, I don't know, like some sort of like sense of coherency to the music, which is like something really strong that you get in Smash 64 and Smash Melee, which is something I always really liked about it. Cohesion, I suppose that's the kind of word I'm looking for here, yeah. And like, you know, that's not to say that any of the music in, you know, Smash Ultimate is bad. It's all very good music, and I love the variety of it, but like, it very much does feel like, you know, here's like a collection and celebration of music from all different games, instead of feeling like, here is the music for Smash Bros. Sort of thing. If that like makes any sense to anyone outside of my own head. I just think that's just kind of something that happens by the nature of Smash Bros. Like becoming a bigger sort of thing, is that like that's just bound to happen. It is interesting to see how different things are. Yeah, I do also think that, like, in terms of, just sort of, like, the overall, like, treating the soundtrack of the game as, like, its own sort of thing, I think Melee's is my favorite. But Smash 64's is also very, very close, because I am, a huge sucker for the sounds of the N64. And, like, the sound fonts. I don't even think sound fonts is the right word for like an N64, but like the types of music's what they did for Smash 64. It sounds really good. It's got good tunes. Alright, that's some more bait. Put some stuff out to sale and we'll go back to bed. Sound font would describe it if it's a console sample set. Okay, good to know. I've seen some people talk about like the semantics of like video game music stuff when it comes to like the I guess the language around it. You know, it's something I don't know a lot about. It's very interesting to hear about.
Hi, I'm Sam Antics. I made this soundtrack for you. I really hope you enjoy. Well, thanks for listening.
I just noticed I have one shell. So I realize this is because a lot of my money is either gone to helping the town or paying for more cooking, but it is a little dire to be sitting here and realizing, oh, I have $1. Oops. If the samples used for a game are stored on the cartridge itself, it can be a sound font. If it's Redbook audio, then the samples existed elsewhere or from synths, etc., and were used to record the audio. Neat. Oh god, I just woke up and realized we have $4,200. 2,000 for the staircase. Let's do that. Nice. Let's see if we can afford for the outside. Ooh, this is a pretty lighthouse. I wonder if we can ever go in at some point. That would be nice. Can you pet the dog? Yes, in fact, literally someone literally, like, gave a tip and was like, oh, you should go pet your dog right now, and I did, and it turns out that was the last pet I needed to get the achievement that you get for petting your dog a lot of times! Okay, so where did I want to go? Let's see, I had food. Fish burger, that's right. That was for you. Here you go. Another fish burger. Thanks, Holly.
Huh.
No problem. Hey, are there any other endangered species I should look out for? Yep. The Atlantic bluefin tuna. It's actually extinct in certain parts of the world. They can grow to an incredible size, which has made them a popular target of commercial fishing. Well, not to mention being a prize catch for recreational fishing for decades. Like I say, you're fine to catch anything in Moonglow Bay. Just be aware that elsewhere in the world, it's a very different story. I understand. Same time tomorrow for another fish burger? Sure. Sounds fantastic. I like her. I like these little bits that we're learning about, fish conservation around the world. Let's clean up the beach a little. You thought the implication of the conversation was that the burger was made of endangered fish? Oh no! No. When we talked to her initially, she was like, talked about how, like, she wanted, you know, like, locally, ethically sourced food, and we were like, oh, I could do that. I go fishing. Ooh, it looks really nice around here, too.
Ha!
Thank you, Andre. Okay, nothing from you for now. Did we have any of these that we could do? not on hand at the moment. This is 2,000. We don't have enough for it yet. Yeah, I unlocked the ability to start, like, investing in other parts around the town, and I just kind of immediately decided, okay, alright, it's time to put everything else in this game aside so I can get $1 million and upgrade everything I can! I don't think there's anything else I can immediately afford at the moment, so... let's go out fishing. Like how this game could easily have been one of those games that overlooks the ecological implications of what you do, but they take time to address this, like, ethical fishing and conservation efforts. Yeah!
If you're worried about eating fish, the best fish to eat is mahi-mahi. It reproduces and grows incredibly quickly, making it one of the only fish that is actually sustainably fished.
Huh.
Most fish that say they're sustainable actually aren't found.
Interesting. Thanks for the fish fact. Yeah, I like that the game, you know, makes mention of stuff like, you know, the importance of, like, caring about, the ecosystem that you get the fish from.
Hey Holly, just wanted to say that your voice is so much more femme than it was even a year ago.
Thanks,
Keep
I
up
know.
the good work, Queen less than 3.
Thanks for the bits, I appreciate it.
The flea.
Okay, so let's go. We're going over hereabouts. So that's just straight away. I think I've had mahi-mahi before. Thought it was alright. When I remember of it. I don't think I've ever really had, like, a fish that I didn't enjoy. I'm not super keen on, like, lobster. I just find it's kind of rich and, like, a little bit bland sometimes. And there was also a lot of other, fish I have never tried. Well, fish and other seafood, I suppose. Ooh, a boxer shrimp. Have I given that to the museum yet? I don't remember. I suppose we'll have to check later. Let's do a bit of net fishing before we go to yonder door. I've never tried, like, I can't remember which one specifically, because there's a lot of different, like, shellfish, whose names I forget. But, like, you know, clams and oysters and mussels and stuff like that. I think I had, like, something like that once in my life, and I don't really remember what I thought of it. I guess also, scallops. I like scallops, but I find if I eat a bunch of scallops, I, like, get kind of nauseous. Big door. So how do we open the big... Oh wait, no, we have to go around, don't we? It's like... It'll help if I reread this. There we go. We found the key to the ocean door. 20 years it's spent submerged in icy water hasn't been kind. But we'll never know if it works unless we try. Don't remember if I had to, like, swim around in my tiny boat. Oh man, I love the way this is zipping around. This is so cute! Okay, so it's not strong enough to get through those rapids. on zipping around and see if there's another entrance around here somewheres. It might also be back the other way and I've just completely gone in the other direction by accident. Which I am known to do. But I'm having... There we go. Here we go. Can't get any closer than the two cats. Time to take out the technique. I got a little bit ahead of myself, I suppose. Would be fully vegetarian if seafood weren't so tasty. Yeah, I know a lot of folks what are pescatarian. Oh, this feels so strange after being on the trawler. I feel like a minnow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Huh.
Me too.
The shallow steam. Ooh, I love the way this place looks. Look at these plants. Oh, look at that. I think I want to try going more vegetarian. Just because, you know, I think there's a lot of reasons why doing that might be a good move. But I do also like fish. So if there's like reasonably sourced fish that I can reasonably get, I think I would probably want to still have that every now and then. Speaking of which, let's get some fish here.
Thunder eel.
Guessing you can name the main boat? Nope. It was already named by you and your partner. It's called the Two Cats because you and your partner were like, oh yeah, we're the two coolest cats on the sea. Which is extremely charming. Yeah, it does also just sound like a name I would give to a boat, to be fair. Three words you always mix up: pescatarian, presbyterian, and episcopalian. I know what one of those words means. I got so many eels here. Two of those are denominations of Christianity. Ah, I see. Those are the ones that I didn't know. Can I change my bait types here? I can. Whee! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Slow down. I think it's cute that this place is like arranged kind of like a maze. I wasn't expecting this game to have boss fights, and I also wasn't expecting it to have a maze world, and I'm kind of like really enamored by both. Floating plantain and sleeper fish. Oh, look at this guy. That's a nap time fish. That's a sleepy beepy. Holy fuck! Spiked Soul of the Deep. What is that? Is that like some kind of like similar to a snail type of thing? That's awesome. Hidden seeds and another plantain. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's great. I feel like every time I see a new fish in this game, I'm just kind of blown away by the way it looks. There is such fun critter design in this game. Oh, urchin, right. I always forget that urchins are a thing. The desert crawler. I don't know what it is about urchins that, like, cast a spell on me that gives me selective memory specifically about urchins. I guess they're trying to protect themselves from me, but I don't know why. Hey, thank you for the tip.
Hot damn, you found the darkest dungeon accessory.
Yeah, I guess I kinda did, didn't I? This is, it was very cool of Bunny Hug Games to work with, I forget the name of the Darkest Dungeons people, but it was very cool of them to do a collab with them to work on Darkest Dungeon 2 Terror from the Deep. Also, we got Zebras. Coily Fry. Another soul. And a desert crawler. Urchins can wear hats? I mean, anything can... Whoa! Oh my god! I love this take-a-sip looking dude! I am a huge fan of this one. This is my favorite man in the entire sea. Oh, he's full of coffee and I'm full of love for him. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, that is a cute clam. Oh, that is a very cute clam. Now we know where singing clams are, so we can make that clam chowder. Threw my net a little too far there. Also, yeah, that probably is just the clam from that one story, which I guess I caught before actually doing more of the story because I forgot to look for the person who tells you the next step of that story. Oops. Who was it earlier? Someone talking about me accidentally finding a fish that you need for, like, a quest later? Am I accidentally discovering speedrun strats? Am I going to, like, revolutionize, the world of speedrunning this game? Thank you, Fanatics, for that sub. I appreciate that. I gotta be honest, I feel like this would be a pretty fun game to speedrun. I feel like fishing game would be a fun type of speedrun. Nope, nope, stop getting scared. It's okay, I just want to fish you. I wonder if there are speedruns for this game yet. Whoa! Look at that forehead, look at that face.
Oi, mate. Are you taking the fish?
Oh, I'm taking a lot of fish. Thank you, Taxi, for that 21-3 sub. I hope you're doing well. You want a mahi-mahi? Just use the dinghy, forehead. Damn, you were right. They do have good foreheads.
Wake up in the morning, remember my forehead's huge. I live in a fucking geyser. Super strong woman comes and fishes me out of the water. Can't have shit when you're a mahi-mahi.
I have completely forgotten about the reason why I came here. I'm just enamored by the fish. Yellowfin tuna. Big tuna. Right, there was the giant door. I had to open the giant door. How am I putting these in my boat? What do you mean? I'm simply using my hands to take them off the hook and put them down on the floor. It's that simple. What's not clicking? What are you not getting, I say, as I haul another 500-kilogram fish out of the water? What are you? You're my new best friend is what you are. Big fan of that guy. Big fan of that guy. Okay, so gotta go downways a little more. Okay. So, like, this? But if I hit that, then I might just get flung out. So let's not go that way. And let's go this way. Let's solve the mystery of the maze. Whoop, whoop. Whee! And then down a little more, it looks like. What's over here? You love my enthusiasm? Oh, well, thank you. I've been told I'm, maybe a little easily excited, but, I don't know. I think it's nice to be able to see the joy in things. I literally, and this is, fully embarrassing, I will admit, but literally the other day, I was just, like, standing by, the window of my house, like, having a drink, and I got so excited about some small birds I saw that I, like, reflexively, like, jerked one of my arms in excitement and splashed a bunch of coffee on myself. Didn't end up staining or nothing, and it wasn't hot, or, like, super, super hot at the time. So it just, like, wasn't a big deal. It was just like, ah, oh, come on, man, is this really why this is happening? Oh no, I'm getting sleepy. Whoops. Okay, so let's swing on out around this way. And it is down here. And up here. Right? Ah! Here we are.
Aw.
The door.
There it is. The lock. I think I can reach it. It lives! Okay. Back to the two cats. Nice. Hell yeah. Ooh, I like the music in here. Another big guy. Let's see, what do we got, quest-wise? Investigate Twin-Tail Lake. It worked, Robin! The door is open! The sulfur deep and the elusive twin fish lie beyond. Let's untrack this for now, just so we have the one thing. Let's see, do we have a quest marker for it? Not at the moment. Okay, so we got to go looking for it. So let's go looking. Let's do some exploring.
What's up? Found something?
Whoa!
The twin fish! They're beautiful.
Huh.
Well, at least we know what they look like now. It's not much, but perhaps Marina can tell us more. Alright. We caught a glimpse of the twin fish, enough to describe the creature to Marina. Maybe now she can tell us more. Well, maybe we don't gotta go right away. Maybe we can do a little bit of fishing while we're here. Maybe stay away from the twin fish, but sure we could find some fishing spots elsewheres. Big area. Resting Crag. Something Resting Crag face. I don't know why I keep making Goron jokes today. The Mottled Demon and the Morphing Invader. Fun. What do we got? What was that sound? Was that the banana fish sound? That's really cute. Morphing Invader is a good octopus name. Pepperfish? Oh my god! That's adorable. Oh! That's such a cute little cephalopod design. Big fan of this mini-size, spicy big friend. Nice. Okay, it's like 6 o'clock at night, and I am tired. I gotta go bed. We gotta go bed. Thank you, Sophia, for that 13-month reset. I appreciate that. God, I love the music here.
The Deadly Tread.
It has this sort of mix of like sort of trepidation about like, you know, something new, something unknown, as well as just like that sense of wonder. It's good. The way the music evolves as you discover more is so good. Yeah! I have loved what I've heard so far, and I know you said you beat the game, so, if that's any indication, I am very, very excited to see and hear and play more of this game. So here's walls. Alright, so let's head back. Back is this way, right? Yeah. Has there been a Dumbo octopus equivalent yet? I don't remember what a Dumbo octopus is, so I unfortunately could not tell you. I'm sorry. Up this way. Oh wait, are Dumbo octopuses those like really small little ones that have like kind of like funny little ear flaps and they like are really shy and they cover themselves up sometimes? Because I do know what those are and they're adorable. I don't remember if we've seen a fish like that yet. Are octopi considered fish? That's something I've never actually known for sure. Maybe. Okay. That's a fair enough answer. Evolved before fish. Interesting. Fish is a really loose category. Yeah, but there's quite a few categories that tend to be fruits and vegetables are kind of a loose category that means like for the most part I feel like it means more in a culinary sense than like an ecological sense. Baby rabbit is a fish if you're a monk. That's a great fucking message. Technically true to an extent. Do I have steamed fish for you? I don't remember. I do not. Okay, I'll come back for you, Mrs. Chips. They're cephalopods, right. But I guess my question was like, are cephalopods technically considered to be a type of fish? And I guess the answer to that is no. Which makes sense. Marina, what do you make of this?
Whoa! Beta angelfish. A larger version of Beta splendens, or the Siamese fighting fish. Tremendously rare. Unfathomably long lifespan. Only found in tropical water.
Rare? How much are they worth?
Why? Have you found one?
I've found 2! The town founders sealed them behind an ocean door.
Oh, then be careful. They're extremely combative in pairs. Your first, or perhaps only, priority is ensuring they're completely separated. Ideally into 2 separate pools.
Yeah.
After that, you'll find them entirely docile. And you'd certainly be doing them a favor. And honestly, they're priceless. Collectors have spent millions.
Enough to repair the whole town?
Easily. But at what cost? They're a living piece of Moonglow's history.
If we don't act now, Moonglow will be history. It's a bargain I'm willing to make. Oh, okay, bye. Into the void with you. I wanted to give you museum fish. So long! Oh, she'll be back, I'm sure. Sometimes you just need a quick visit into the back room of the world, I suppose. I'm gonna do a bit of cooking. Listen, sometimes you've got some hard life choices to think about, and what better way to do it than by just going deep into the void of deep space? It's that simple. Okay, so you need the steamed fish, and you need crab rice. Okay, let's see if I have crab. Do I have crab? I do not. Darn. Let's do a steamed fish then. Alright, Mrs. Chips, this is for you. I have got to hear more of that hot gossip. I have to know. I have to know.
Oh, is that steamed fish for me? How delightful!
You're very welcome, Mrs. Chips. Say, any more stories about ancient relics?
Sure, pick a continent. Oh, no, actually, pick a country.
Egypt?
Egypt? Pfft, have you no imagination?
I give her a meal and she's out here roasting me. I love her.
Let's see. There was the Amasis bust, the Khafre bas-relief. Oh, and the bronzed inlay of Nefertiti. 3,500 years old, that one. Later dynasties attempted to destroy all artifacts of her likeness because of her heretical monotheistic worship of the sun. Well, you asked. The steamed fish smells great. Same time tomorrow.
God, I love her. What can we be cooking now? Let's make some fish kebabs. Only a little bit of the model demon, because I do have to give some to the museum. It's probably safe to make a kebab out of demons. It's probably fine. Yeah, the fish names in this are a lot of fun. I like that you get, like, the sort of, like, the more, like, local mythology type of names for the fish at first. And then, like, as you get more of them and bring them to the museum and stuff, you get more of the, like scientific, factual information about, like, their names and stuff like that. Just one octopus. So many dive sites named after the devil. I mean, that makes sense. Going down deep is dangerous. And also, going down deep is where hell is, apparently. Okay, what else can I make? Ooh, clam chowder. Wait, no, I only have one of those, so I'm not making that. Fish burger, though. 5 of these. 4 of these. Make a lot of burgers alert. I don't know why, of all the things from Homestar Runner specifically that have, like, stuck with me in my, like, vernacular over the years, I don't know why Eat a Lot of Food Alert is the one specifically that I've been, like, so, what's the words I want to use for this? I don't know why it's the one that's been, like, the highest up in my brain priority, lately. But it's so funny. It probably is just because we keep posting the fucking gif of it. Yeah, that's probably a part of it. Let's see. I should make some more of this. Dahudge is also very good, but I feel like Dahudge is less applicable in, like, a lot of everyday situations. I truly wish I was living the kind of life where Dahudge would be relevant to anything and everything I did. Actually, upon further thought, maybe I don't. Because I don't know what that would entail, and that scares me a little. No Probalo is your Homestar or MK Ultra. Wait, is no wait, oh my god, no Probalo totally is from Homestar. That's another thing I've been fucking saying for years. I forgot that's also a Homestarism, isn't it? Oh my god, son of a bitch. All this time. Lobter. Right up. Oh god, I barely got that. Thank god. I was worried I was gonna scuff it again. What the temperature outside is right now. I'm hoping it warms up a little bit, even though I'm kind of doubtful that it will, but I would like to go for a walk. Okay, so we have basically no funds left, so we can make a couple of cheapy things. Make this. I have one Zebrass left over. Oh, I just realized the cooking recipe for this one is totally just like 2 sequences of wash, chop, chop, because it's like you're doing one fish and you're doing the other. That makes sense. You're like splitting the fish up. I see, I see. I like that even if it is, like, very much like, you know, this is abstracted because it's a video game, even then, the cooking maneuvers you do, still feel right. I suppose we could do some fish fingies. We could do one single fish fingies. One single fingy. Have I ever gone fishing myself? Very few times in my life. And I very vividly remember being very bad at it, but it seems like the type of thing I would probably enjoy and appreciate a lot more nowadays. So I'd like to go again someday. Here we are. Alright, let's put some stuff up to market. We got a lot of new fish. Bobs. We only have one grilled octopus. Let's save that. We'll save a fish burger. Love fishing, but you don't love worming the hook and don't like hurting the fish, which complicates things. Yeah, that's fair. Thankfully, there's video games. That way you don't gotta worry about an actual critter being harmed by it. Why did I not put this in the sashimi yet? That kind of reminds me of how I feel about golf, where I kind of really resent golf in real just because of like how much like fucking open space and like water it wastes just to like keep a golf course like up and running sort of thing. Meanwhile, I think golf in video games is fucking fun. Because then it's just a virtual world and I don't have to worry about the implications of that. There you are, you're back. Here's your grilled octopus.
Wow! Another grilled octopus? Holy, these are magic!
Huh.
I wish. What do you reckon would happen if we discovered a genuine magic fish?
Whoa.
Well, for a start, we'd be famous. It would be earth-shattering. But a claim doesn't necessarily need to be true to have massive impact. We'll take Moonglow. Enough people believed the stories to ruin the fishing trade, whether they were real or not.
Oh.
Still, more for us to explore, I suppose. And should you happen to be coming this way tomorrow...
More grilled octopus? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong button. Let's see. Sleeper fish, floating plantain, spiked soul of the deep, hidden seeds, desert crawler, zebrass, coil fry, undersea coffee shop, singing clam, mahi mahi, yellowfin tuna, blisterback boxer, morphing invader, mottled demon, pepperfish, deadly tread. That's a lot of fish. Let's look at our journal. See what we got. Valerian fish. Bulky and local to the choppy waters of the waking storm. Considered fish most likely to correct your grammar. Yellowfin tuna, among the largest tuna species with a distinctive curved dorsal fin. Mahi mahi. Aggressive and common to warm, shallow water. Locally believed to be both a cause and remedy for baldness.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Mango Cubes, for that 17-month resub. I appreciate that. The hacking fish. Gotta find that one. The boiling bubbler. Understood to communicate by expelling gas from its rear. Awesome, we got a fart guy. And the lumpfish. Incredibly dense for something so small. A handy paperweight. Cheats at staring contests! Curled fin tuna. I couldn't find any specific myths, although One angler commented,
It's up to something.
I mean, look at it.
awesome. I like the idea of this fish just hanging out and everyone's like,
You sick son of a bitch. I don't know what you're hatching, but I know you're up to it.
floating plantain is the banana mackerel. Smooth outside, soft inside. Swims in bunches. Appealing. Slippery. Technically, it's a berry mackerel, etc. Great. Mottled demon is the wisp devil. Dances to the beat of its own drum, but in a spooky way, like a broomstick or a haunted nutcracker. The barcode bass, named for its zebra-like stripes, though locals insist it also possesses the zebra's gills and fins. Great. I'm so glad every time whenever I take the time to go through this fish journal because it's always fucking great. We've got a lychee urchin, or is it lychee? I've never been sure how that's pronounced. Alarmingly fast for a creature with no visible means of propulsion. Great with ginger. The venti gill. Said to feed on dead organisms. I hate to be pedantic, but doesn't everything? I mean, that's a good point, isn't it? Camel shrimp. Can supposedly survive for days on the arid beach, where it carries tiny fish and spits at tourists. Thank you, Jane Inferno,
Holly Tones Bro.
for that 20-month resub. We've got the giant clam. Made local headlines on Discovery before everyone realized it only knows the one annoying cover. Cute. And the spirited urchin. The secret ingredient in Craven's galvanizing snake oil liniment for troubled humors. Awesome. Thank you, Swords Lesbian. Great fucking username, by the way. Thank you very much for that brand new sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, Val, for that gift sub that went out to Miles McSmiles. That's very generous of you. I really appreciate that. The bubbling octopus. Thank you, Pixel Android, for that gift sub. That went out to Funky Duckle. Maybe Funky Ducky. Funky Ducky, I misread that. The I's and the L's sometimes on this monitor, like the lowercase I, the dot blends in a little bit with the bottom heft of it, and sometimes I think it looks like an L. But thank you, Funny... Or I guess rather, thank you, Pixel Android, and enjoy Funny Ducky. And thank you, Socks, for the 17 months.
Me catching fishes and playing with my bobber when deer swimming.
Me catching fishes and playing with my bobber when it's swimming.
Hope you're doing well today, bud. Thanks for stopping on by. Bubbling octopus. Supposedly shoots fire instead of ink. Of course, being underwater, the result is less than spectacular. Chili squid. Favors deep, warm waters. Known to cause wailing lamentation, eye-watering torment if consumed with abandon. Awesome. Thank you, Saga Hansen25, for that sub. I appreciate that. Let's see, what do we have in our inventory to give to people? Fishburger. Let's go see where you are. See you at the dock. There you are. There you are. Burger for you. Ah. Sarah, I made you another fish burger. Thanks. I didn't even have time for breakfast today. Oh, before you rush off, I caught a tip earlier from one of the locals. It's about the gingerbread barracuda, which swims around Shattered Trench in open chill. Apparently, it can only be caught using plugged lure and poise rod. Something to bear in mind next time you're out that way. And if you happen to make another fish burger, I know where to find you. No problem. Nice. It is just about 3:26. I think might start wrapping up soon. See if there's any last things we can cook and put out to market before we wrap up for the day. How much does this cost? 3,000. Thank you, Fairy Type, for that sub 3 months in advance. Very much appreciate that. Thanks for stopping on by. Let's see, what have we got to cook? Perform car surgery this next week and you do not look forward to it? Oh god, good luck with that, Val. I am praying for you, my friend. Glazed mahi-mahi. Ooh. Fried mahi-mahi fillets with a soy and ginger glaze. That does sound good. Oh, I want to eat that in real life. Oh. Hello, Juniper Amnesia. I'm starting to realize I didn't really have much in the way of lunch today. Which is fine. I had a big breakfast. I'm gonna be having a big-ish dinner. Not super, super huge, but like, you know, it's not the end of the world, but man, it is starting to make some of these foods, look real especially appetizing to me. Thank you, Snape Snot, for
You're
that tip.
popping off to go hang with Bolt before he loses power or something. Have a good rest of your stream. And thanks.
Well, hey, thanks for stopping on by. Thanks for the tip. Let's make some of this. Actually, let's see what else we can make first. Some more chowder. Get one chowder. We might be running out of money again. Maybe next time I should keep some more of my money in my pockets to like do a bit more cooking before I go out and on a spending spree for the town again. That way I can cook even more and sell even more. Oh, dang. Thought I had that. That's what you get for cooking and talking at the same time, getting distracted. Laurel. Nice. I can still make sashimi. I can make one sashimi. Right at the end, okay. Whew! Bit of a close one there. I just noticed we had a hype train, didn't we? Thanks for all the support, y'all. I appreciate it. Nice. Might as well use up this purple tail that we've got. realize you can't see it because I ain't got a webcam or nothing, but I've just been bobbing my head along to this music while I've been cooking. We can sizzle fish. And bacon. We'll put that out for sale. And you. There we go. Now I'll go to bed, save my game, and we'll call it a stream. That's a decent bit of money, isn't it? And that is gonna be Moonglow Bay for the day. Good fishing. Probably will stream this next week unless my booster ends up like knocking me on my ass too much. But hopefully I'll be up for it. Let's go see if there's any fan art. Yes, there is. Put on a bit of music. Sure, this'll work. You know this one here from Benny Boy Weehoo. He says, while watching the stream, I forgot to tab out of Fallout, so when I heard gunshots, I had the terrifying thought of, since when does Moonglow Bay have guns? Listen, you know that old adage, it's like shooting fish in a barrel? What is the bay if not nature's barrel? This is very cute, which is deeply funny considering the subject matter. Thank you very much. We got this one here from September. It says, been listening to fish while I do some work, so I decided to take a break to make a little fan art. Oh, cute. Oh, the little Lola is there too. I wonder if cats would like being on boats. I imagine some would and some wouldn't. It's all a matter of personal taste. But I do like the idea of a little boat cat. This is wonderful. Thank you very much. This picture is serene. Oh yeah, ship cats. That is a thing, isn't it? We got this one here from Duck. It is the world's most sippable man. At long last, we found him. Really like the colors you used on this. I like using the same sort of palette for both the jacket and the fish. That's a cute little touch. Thank you very much. This is adorable. I will check really quick to see if there's any on Twitter. Nope, looks like that's it then. thank you all very much for all the fan art today. Always makes me happy to see. I think we're gonna raid Balp. Balp's live right now. Chuck folks on over his way. Sounds like a good time. I think he's doing Monster Hunter. Pretty sure he's doing Monster Hunter. That sounds like a good time. I'll get that raid rolling. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. I will be live again Monday. Probably not tomorrow, but maybe. But for sure Monday. And I'll be doing a bit of a shorter thing, probably a bit of Picross or something before we go, and join my friend Ryan Chongo show for a fun night of watching Smash Bros. CPUs fight each other. Maybe I'll see you then, or maybe I'll see you around some other time. But before we head off, I'd just like to say thank you all very much for the support today, all the subs, all the tips, all the bits. Thank you for all the raids and hosts that we had. Thank you to any new followers that stopped on by. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope to see you again soon.